as you get older, it is likely that your world will at some point start to shrink. And when that transition starts to happen, you want to make sure that as caregivers, as humans, as society, we are allowing people to still feel connected to the world. And that's where technology can come in and really allow people to feel like they're part of something bigger.
This really cool new technology called virtual reality, where we can experience tours around the world, places you've never been. You can go skydiving, swim with dolphins, and you're gonna feel like you're really there without actually being there.
At Rendever, we really like to talk about magic, because when a resident puts on their headset for the very first time, magic truly happens.
Wow.
With Rendever, I see a lot of joy, a lot of laughter, a lot of opportunity to share things with their friends that they may not have chatted with much before.
All of a sudden, they're transported from the building that they spend day in and day out in to magical places all throughout the world. And when you give somebody that opportunity, they just light up.
It's amazing the relaxation that you get from something like that.
The whole thing I thought was wonderful. I'm so glad I came.
To go back to your youth, to go back, that actually makes you younger.
Just seeing them sit back and you can see the stress and you can see the body language change, and they just really enjoy it and get into it. And afterwards, they're just in a happier, better place.
Unfortunately, my college career was bookended by losing both of my grandmothers. My senior year, my grandma on my dad's side, who I grew up super close with, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. It forced our family into the very real path of trying to figure out where to give her the best aging process. We eventually moved my grandmother into a senior living community, and frankly, she declined really quickly. She didn't last very long. Prolonged social isolation is tied to a 30% increase in mortality rates. And so it's a really dangerous place to be. And that's where technology gets to come in, because we can use tech in really cool ways to allow people to experience happiness and to do it in a way that is a shared experience with other individuals. And when you can infuse joy into that interpersonal relationship, you're making it more likely that people actually form connections.
There's a stereotype out there that older adults don't use technology or are afraid of technology, and that's not correct. In many cases, people over the age of 50 are early adopters or power users of technology. The best companies we see are the ones where the technology actually vanishes into the background. Rendever built a system which enables somebody else having a tablet to drive the experience. And that's really, really important, because when you're working with someone that's older, having them focus on the experience is far more important than focusing on how do I navigate the experience. You as a user don't have to worry about trying to figure it out. With Rendever, it's really easy. At AARP Innovation Labs, we host pitch events all over the country to find the best and brightest startups we can. One of the first things I look for when I meet a startup is how passionate the founding team is. Why do they get up every day? Why do they do what they do? Well, the Rendever team is so passionate about what they do, creating solutions for seniors that are going to let them have the experiences that they want to have, that they didn't think they could ever have.
My grandpa is 93 years old, and he lives alone in Long Island, New York. He was an electrical engineer. He's really, really smart. I think that's why he loves VR. And I think what he's most proud of is the family he's built. He has 7 kids. He has something like 30 grandkids, probably 10 great-grandkids. And it's this family that is just full of love and excitement and joy. And anytime that he gets the chance to be with his family members, it's the highlight of his day. I will never forget the first time we used Rendever with my grandpa. I put a Rendever headset on him, and I told him that we could take him anywhere in the world. and he wanted to go back to his childhood home, which was on Long Island. And he stood in front of that home and started sharing all these stories about his childhood.
See these trees?
Yeah.
This one wasn't there. My father planted these 2 trees.
He did?
Yep.
They're thriving now.
Yeah, I think that's a great device for senior citizens. I'm very proud of you. You've done a great job. And done lots for a lot of people. You'd be amazed. I can take this out and go scanning around here, there, and the other place, reminiscing some of the good times. It's nice to think about them.
When we put that headset on him, we brought him back into the world. And when that happened, every single component of the aging process just disappeared. And you could feel the energy in the room rise because all of a sudden, we were together as a family, sharing family stories, enjoying time together, which is, for us, what it's all about.